Last night was the Royal Rumble, and you had better believe we're excited for WrestleMania. Who could have thought that MJF would actually jump ship and win the Royal Rumble? Really makes you think Cody should have won last year, but c'est la vie. WWE have nailed the Royal Rumble many times, and while a smartly booked Rumble does not guarantee a smartly booked Mania, or vice versa, everybody loves coming away from the Royal Rumble feeling like they've just seen the best wrestling night of the year. This won't be a list of just WWE picking the right winners, although you may see a couple of those as well, and this won't be a list of best performances. We've done the times WWE got the Rumble wrong, but these are the times WWE's decision-making during the Royal Rumble was at its very best. I'm Tebis hailing from partsFUNknown, and these are 12 times WWE got the Royal Rumble right.
Wow, I can't believe I've watched everything on every available streaming service. I wonder what I'll do now.
I'm sure my computer doesn't need any added protection. Cybercriminals are a myth.
And I've done it! I've hacked into the Chinese government servers, and now to mess around a bit.
Hey guys, everything alright?
I've got no more content to watch.
I've realized that cybercriminals are very real and my data is unprotected.
I've hacked into the Chinese government and I didn't protect my IP address. I just wanted to mess around a bit.
Guys! Sounds like you need Surfshark VPN.
Surfshark VPN?
No, it's Surfshark VPN. It's a really big brand, guys. Can't believe you haven't heard of them. Surfshark will let you watch shows that are content restricted in your country. They'll protect your data and your IP address. And you can get an exclusive Surfshark VPN winter deal if you enter the promo code JAMThatJam to get an additional 6 months for free with our link in the description.
Wow, Sullivan, you just saved us all from a horrible fate.
Don't thank me, boys. Thanks. Surfshark VPN.
Number 12, AJ Styles' debut. AJ Styles walking through the curtain to make his way into a WWE ring was something many of us never thought we would see. And then it happened. And we couldn't see it! A snowstorm on the East Coast meant many of WWE's production staff couldn't make it to Orlando for the Royal Rumble, and thus we had production snafus like this one, where instead of seeing the slow reveal of AJ Styles' Titantron, we watched Roman's dumb little face. Just like every first-year production major, they fixed it in post. The snafu lands this low on the list, but AJ entering at number 3 and going on to have an excellent debut remains one of the all-time great Royal Rumble surprises. Number 11, Triple H and Mick Foley square off. There have been loads of examples of WWE having former rivals go toe-to-toe in the Royal Rumble match. Some good, like Shawn and Marty or Kevin and Sammy, some bad, like Cena and Orton. But my all-time favorite will always have to be Triple H and Mick Foley battling it out in the 2008 Royal Rumble. Not only was it a fun callback to one of the best feuds of the Attitude Era, but this gets bonus points for taking place in Madison Square Garden, the same venue that Cactus and Trips had their legendary street fight 8 years earlier. It makes the match feel a little more grand. Speaking of old rivals, I would have included Roddy Piper and Jimmy Snuka's face-off in the same Rumble, but went with Triple H and Mick Foley instead, because neither of them killed anyone, you see. Number 10, Tye Dillinger. He's the perfect 10. People wanted to see him come out at number 10, then he came out at number 10. And people were happy. Sometimes it is that simple. Number 9, the 3 Faces of Foley. The list of people that compete multiple times in a Royal Rumble in one night is only 2 names long. It's Nia Jax, who will not be featured on this list, and Mick Foley, who famously entered the 1998 Royal Rumble 3 times with each of his aliases. I like to think that these numbers were drawn after each elimination. Like Cactus gets eliminated second and went, let me grab my mask, gets number 16 and lasts 2 minutes and says, Alright, one more. It's simple fun, really. It's cute. I like that. Number 8, CM Punk's sermon. I maintain that from a strictly entertainment standpoint, Straight Edge Society CM Punk is the best work of his WWE career. It was a short run with a load of hits, with the favorite of many coming in the Royal Rumble. WWE had Punk enter third, immediately eliminate Dolph Ziggler and Evan Bourne, and then deliver his most famous sermon, offering to save the likes of the Great Khali and Zack Ryder. It was a perfect exhibition for his character and set up the first third of the 2010 Royal Rumble to be unique unique, fun, and cathartic when Punk finally got thrown out. The 2010 Rumble is a good one, and this is a large part of it. Number 7, Chris Jericho's return. Often when we see a Royal Rumble return, the moment is reserved for numbers 25 to 30. Understandable, as you probably want to build anticipation for such a moment throughout the match, but in 2013, we were shown that there can be another way. After Dolph Ziggler was forced to enter the Royal Rumble first, Pyro went off signaling the arrival of Chris Jericho. Jericho had been forced to leave WWE when he lost a match to Ziggler in August, so an immediate surprise pop and a perfect adversary for Ziggler's prospective Iron Man run was an excellent start to the Royal Rumble match. The longer the Rumble has existed, the harder it has been to be surprised in new ways, but Jericho's return was one of those moments. Number 6, Gunther breaks the Iron Man record, is still a monster. Every time I bring up the 2023 Men's Rumble, I have people saying that Cody should have been number 1 and Gunther should have been number 30, and respectfully, I disagree. Cody entering last when everyone knew he was coming kept anyone from believing that Sami Zayn would be there, avoiding a Daniel Bryan situation in the smartest way possible. Besides, look at Gunther and his performance in this match, a performance that obliterated the regular Royal Rumble Iron Man record, and tell me he didn't come out of this match looking even more like a monster. Gunther was added to the record books, his performance added to his aura, and nobody had anything negative to say about Cody when he walked the aisle at WrestleMania. It didn't hurt him at all, and honestly, it's the booking of Gunther and Cody that has me thinking that this is probably the smartest booked Royal Rumble we have seen thus far. Number 5, Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. There was debate over whether to put Bianca Belair's Royal Rumble win in 2021 or Rhea Ripley's win in 2023 on this list, as both were the perfect choices for each of those Rumbles. But ultimately, we decided to combine them in a sense and highlight both of their performances in the 2021 Royal Rumble match. Using the Royal Rumble to elevate young stars is something that has happened shockingly infrequently over the last 35 years, but every once in a while, the Rumble acts as a looking glass into the future of WWE. Bianca Belair entering at number 3 with a 57-minute Iron Woman performance, and Rhea Ripley entering at 14 and eliminating 7 people en route to ultimately being the final 2 before Bianca finally got the win, gave a lot of people hope that you didn't have to be a horsewoman to make it to the top of WWE. And sure enough, you just have to look at who walked out at WrestleMania 37 with the 2 women's titles, and for that matter, WrestleMania 39 as well. Number 4, the All Japan Rumble. The title of this entry may mislead you, but let there be no confusion. Neither Asuka nor Shinsuke Nakamura came from All Japan Pro Wrestling. It was, however, a good night for Japanese WWE stars when WWE picked the perfect winners for their first ever Royal Rumble double feature in 2018. Shinsuke Nakamura was beloved by that audience. I could tell I was there, and a Nakamura win washed away the taste of a string of poor Rumble winners. And really, there were no other options for the first women's Royal Rumble match than Asuka. They were the 2 perfect winners on that night, and WWE hit the bullseye they so often miss. I could have done without Stephanie McMahon's robotic soundboard commentary or Ronda Rousey's overshadowing of the first women's Rumble, but ask anyone and odds are they will heap very deserved praise onto the 2018 Royal Rumble event, and sometimes all that takes is the right winners being chosen. Number 3, from spinal surgery to WrestleMania. If the 2018 Royal Rumble event isn't your favorite, odds are it's 2001. While I could certainly praise all of the aspects of the brilliant 01 Rumble, from the famous Drew Carey spot that is actually funny to Kane's record-setting Rampage to the roster of all-time greats involved, but nothing sets this match apart quite like the perfect winner at the perfect time. With the WWF hotter than it had ever been, and the Royal Rumble serving as the start of the greatest 3 pay-per-view stretch in company history, there was only one winner that would fit that level of greatness. Stone Cold Steve Austin, back from neck surgery, winning the Royal Rumble match and punching his ticket to what would be at that time the most successful WrestleMania of all time, is just the sort of thing that makes you yearn for the days of old when this was just awesome. Things are looking up these days, but the 2001 Royal Rumble from start to finish was perfect, and Austin smashing the beer cans together to close the show will forever be embedded in my mind as a perfect snapshot of pro wrestling. Now let me tell you, that was all that was getting us through some of those dark years. We had a lot of them. Number 2, the 2020 Men's Rumble, brackets general. A husband and wife are driving down the road in Kentucky. They're starting to get hungry. The wife asks if they can stop and get something to eat. The husband weighs their options. He asks if she has a preference. She looks down the road, sees a mascot raising a plate, and says, "Ooh, Big boy. The only Royal Rumble match to feature as an entry on this list in full is the 2020 Men's Rumble. A brilliantly paced match that was able to tell multiple stories one after another while holding the interest of the audience. The 2020 Men's Rumble is an achievement of WWE storytelling. It may have been simple storytelling, have a big badass guy try to run the gauntlet until he runs out of steam and gets eliminated by his next challenger, but sometimes simple storytelling is the most effective. And that's just the first half of the match. That isn't even touching the return of Edge after 9 years, or the crowning of Drew McIntyre as Rumble winner, or Seth Rollins entering last with his Goon Squad. It is a brilliant Royal Rumble match and deserves to be recognized in full. And number 1, the man comes around. WWE really screwed the pooch when it came to the groundswell of support Daniel Bryan received when it came time for the Royal Rumble. 2014 and 2015 were learning experiences for them, and when the next emerging superstar appeared, they cashed in on that fan support with Becky Lynch winning the 2019 Royal Rumble. It's not often that you can say WWE learned from their mistake, but when there was only one winner that was going to provide a satisfying conclusion to the 2019 Royal Rumble match, they didn't balk. Have there been better Rumble matches? Absolutely. But if you ask if there has ever been a better choice to win a specific Royal Rumble match, I genuinely don't think I could give you an answer. I mean, the monstrous pop when Finlay gives his fellow Irish person the orange, white, and green light should be answer enough. We as fans may not always get what we want, heels gotta win sometime, but I pray that every Royal Rumble winner will be as satisfying as the time the man came around. And that's our list. Please make sure, of course, that you like this video, subscribe, and enable notifications to always on so you never miss a fun list just like it. And check out this clip from the latest edition of Survival Series.
Flair.
Ding.
Hulk Hogan.
Ding.
John Cena.
Ding.
I had a strategy there. I had a strategy and immediately went off. Bret Hart. Earthquake. Oh my God. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Vince McMahon. Rikishi.
Ding.
Scotty 2.